All right. What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 143. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by the dominant himself, the dress for your master, Bryant.
Live from Australia.
And Ash should be showing up probably later on soon. So, but I think he might show up. He said he was going to join us, but as of right now, it's just me and Bryant, and there's not quite a lot to talk about. So I did pick a kind of interesting topic because I've been playing something recently, and it just got me wondering, would people buy a new version of this game? So we will talk about that a little bit later. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow over on Twitch. If you're on the vertical stream, I apologize. For some reason, my vertical setup it is not acting out correctly. So I am probably gonna have to go ahead and fix that because right now you'll see there's like two Bryants on there. It's his shadow clone, which is kind of cool.
Need a few
So
more Bryants.
yeah, exactly. So while I'm fixing that, I am going to pass it over to Bryant and let everybody know, what have you been playing recently?
It's so funny. I kind of came to the realization today that I'm kind of gaming as a dichotomy, and what I mean by that is I'm playing Death Stranding, which besides connection as the main theme of the game, it's building, right? Building the roads, building the infrastructure, building like towers, building zip lines, building cars, and all that stuff. And then on the other hand, I'm playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, and that's about destroying everything and digging and stuff like that. So it's kind of like one hand washes the other and all that. So those are the two things I've been playing. I'm still in Death Stranding 2 on the beach, and I'm still loving it. What's really interesting that I found though is that I'm kind of having similar thoughts to it that I did to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, in that it's more of what I loved about Final Fantasy VII Remake is in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like it's just a lot. It's Final Fantasy VII Remake, but with a lot more to it. And that's kind of what Death Stranding 2 on the beach is. It's everything that's in Death Stranding plus a ton more. And I don't know if that's really what I wanted or needed. And I mean, it sounds kind of silly to say that because it's like, well, of course the sequel is going to have more stuff and more this and more that to build upon what the foundation of the first game was. But in this, it's a lot. Like there's a lot to it, and I'm liking it and everything. But it's just like there's this part of my brain that it's like, so in Death Stranding, the original, you might know this. I don't know if you got far enough in it, James, but eventually you get to the point where you build a road and it goes all across the whole second
no, I haven't got to
continent.
that point.
What'd you say?
The last thing I did was I learned to build a bridge, and I got the motorcycle. That was the last thing. Remember, I lost my motorcycle.
So I don't think you got far enough. Yeah, you didn't get far enough to build roads yet. But there's this road that's how do I put it? There are these little stations that make the road. So the roads are predetermined. So you're not like building your own roads. You go to these little stations, you put the ingredients in, and then the road appears. And then the road goes around the entire continent in the first game. And it's really cool because you know from the first continent how perilous of a journey it is to get from point A to point B. And once you build the roads and you have your motorcycle or truck or whatever, and you can kind of just like cruise around on a road to make your deliveries, it just like makes you appreciate having roads so much more, and it just makes the game flow. And what's really cool about it is that you built the roads. It was you. It was your hard work, then your time that built these roads. And so when you're making these deliveries, taking advantage of these roads, it feels amazing, and it just kind of feels like this is time well spent. In Death Stranding 2 on the beach, there's in the second, because the game starts in Mexico and then eventually you go to Australia. And in the second continent, Australia, there's roads again. You have to build roads. It's the same concept as Death Stranding, the first one. But there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more like stations you have to like put the ingredients into to make the roads. Like I feel like there's a lot more. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, then I'll be the first to say that I'm wrong. But it feels like there's a lot more. And not only that, in the original Death Stranding, you built the road and then that was it. Like the road would deteriorate over time, and you had to put more chiral crystals into it to keep it like updated, like to make sure it didn't go into disrepair. You had to keep it repaired with chiral crystals. Same thing in Death Stranding 2 on the beach, but with the added wrinkle of Death Stranding 2 on the beach is that the roads, when you get far enough into the game, one of the places you make deliveries to, like one of the connections you make, they build a second upgrade for the roads. So every single way station that you went to put in ingredients, you can go back to and improve the roads to level 2. As far as I know, there's no level 3. I think it is just level 2. If there's level 3, I'm gonna lose my damn mind. But as far as I know, it's just level 2. And what's cool about it, I mean, it is useful. It makes it so you have a like a holographic canopy above your head, or I guess it would be a chiral hologram above your head, where like the timefall can't hurt you or your packages. So that's nice to have. And then also to your vehicles move like really fast on the level 2 roads, like way faster than on level 1 roads. Because when you start building up the level 2 road and you get to a spot in the road where it's level 1, you feel like you just are in mud all of a sudden. And it's really like not that slow, but compared to how fast you're going in level 2, it's just so much faster or so much slower. And so, I mean, to be fair, the ingredients you need to make your roads level 2 are a lot less than the ingredients need to make the road in the first place. Like I would say it's probably like a quarter to half of the ingredients that you need to make level 1 road, and level 2 road it's a lot less. So it's a lot less strenuous to go through. Like I had to go into all of my destinations that I made in the chiral network to pull ingredients out of. Like I had to go through all of them through Mexico and Australia to get enough ingredients to build all of my roads to level 2. But at this point, I'm only missing like 2. So I'll go a little further in the game and I'll finish everything up with level 2 road. But back to what I was saying though, is that there's just kind of like examples of this throughout the game. There's the zip lines where in Death Stranding 1, you built your zip line network yourself. In Death Stranding 2, there's zip lines that are there, and you have to put ingredients to make all of the zip lines connect. And you can still build zip lines too of your own, but they're like these pre-made zip lines that go like all across the continent, and they go into mines. And mines are cool because you can get ingredients that you need by spending chiral crystals. So if you need like 5,000 metal, you can put in 1,000 chiral crystals and get that metal that you need for whatever you need to build. And that's cool, but again, it adds so much more complexity to the game, because now it's like, okay, well now I'm going to put all of my materials onto the monorail for it to go to this destination, then pick it up here with my fast travel with the the Magellan, the thing you're in, the fast travel thing. So it's just, there's a lot to it, and I like some of it, but some of it just really feels like it kind of feels like I've never played SimCity, so maybe this isn't a good comparison, but it feels like you're acting out clicks in SimCity sometimes, where I feel like I wish they would have made it so I could just do all of this in menus and like attach ingredients to this over here by clicking things, rather than like having to travel somewhere and like put all this stuff into this to make it happen. Because like I have spent so much time, probably hours, like just traveling back and forth with ingredients and using fast travel to go over here and get this ingredient to bring over here. And it does feel like it's very rewarding, because when you have your network all built up, it does feel awesome to be like, okay, I built that, right? But again, there's just a part of me that just wishes there was something that was a bit more streamlined to make all of that busy work come into play.
Yeah.
So I'm still liking the story. It is insane. I think I'm probably a little bit more than halfway through with it. It's an insane story. I'm getting a little lost, but you can consult this thing called the Corpus, where it's kind of like the Final Fantasy 16 thing, where you can check out definitions and check out character lore and all that kind of stuff at any time. But I'm enjoying it. I need to finish it though. I need to get the platinum, because I need to move on with my life and do something else, which brings me to Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'll just kind of try to go through that quickly. So as you know, kind of going back a couple weeks, I've been not a big believer on Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah.
All this talk about Game of the Year and stuff, I've kind of scoffed at, because I just don't see it, and I still don't see it as a Game of the Year contender. I've gotten to, I don't know if I can say really. There's like the first time you get mine carts in the game, and there's a really cool boss battle with mine carts, and it's really fun. It's a fun game. There's no doubt about that. I'm liking it. I like it more now than I did last week, because I kind of feel like I'm maybe getting into the flow a little bit more of what it's trying to do and what it's trying to be. but I still kind of feel the same way about how the bananas you're collecting are just littered everywhere, and there's real no sense of progression with them except for upgrading your abilities. Like as far as I know, I haven't run into anything yet, but if you're really good at the game, I'm pretty sure you can just run through everything and not collect any bananas.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like you can just choose not to get them if you don't want to, if you don't want to, because that's the only reason I found to get them so far is just to upgrade your abilities. You get 3 bananas, you get a point, and then you can go into your abilities and upgrade your whatever your not your stats, but stuff you can do
Yeah,
in the
the
game
different
and like
skills and stuff like
how
that.
hard you can hit. What was that?
Yeah, the different like skills you can
Yeah.
get and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I just feel like a main because in you think about the game that we've just been loving to play the past few weeks, Super Mario 64. When you get those stars, you have certain things you have to meet. It's like okay, I need to get 8 stars or 9 stars, whatever it is, to be able to open the Bowser door on level 1.
Yeah.
I need 30 stars to the Bowser door level 2. I need and so on and so forth. Because so you have like a goal you're working towards to go through all these things, and when you get a star, it feels like a big accomplishment. Whereas in Donkey Kong Bonanza, it's like, oh, I found this banana. I'm going to smash it, and it gives you the little chime that you get when you get a banana. It's very fun. It's funny and it's cute, but it doesn't feel like it's really doing much. And then you go through the levels and you're just digging up all this gold, and it's just again, I know I've mentioned it before. I just kind of feel like a methed out gopher where I'm just like kind of trying to find all this gold, and I'm just trying to get it, and I don't really know why. And you can buy
It's
stuff in the
everywhere.
game, but again, what'd you say?
It's everywhere. The gold is everywhere, no
It's
matter what
everywhere.
you hit.
It's nonstop and
Yeah.
fossils and all this kinds of stuff, and it's just like, oh man, I wish they
Well,
just
the
could have made
fossils
something a
have a
little more
limit.
streamlined.
So there is more of a
They do.
limit on fossils.
Right.
But yeah, the
Right.
gold is just everywhere. Like everything you hit
Everywhere.
turns into gold.
Yeah, gold everywhere. So yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Not a game of the year contender for me at all. For me, it's still Clair Obscur is my number one. No question about that.
Hmm.
And Death Stranding 2, which I thought at the beginning of the year or when they announced it that that was going to be my game of the year this year. No questions asked. But nope. It is so far solidly Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So that's kind of what I've been playing. I touched a little bit of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound as well, and I enjoyed that too. But beyond that, I don't think I've really been playing much.
Mm.
Link to the Past too, which we can talk about that some other time.
Yeah, Death Stranding 2 is one of those games that I don't know when I'll pick that up. I got to beat Death Stranding 1 and get back
You do.
to
You have
that.
to.
But I've been playing some other stuff. But before I mention what I've been playing, Ash, welcome to the
Oh,
podcast.
Ash.
Hey man, hey guys.
What have you been playing recently?
Oh, well, Brian's gonna like this answer. It's basically Expedition 33. I've
Yeah.
been getting back into it, trying to finish up that game. I'm at the very end of Act 2, which is fighting the Paintress. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, nice, cool.
And I'm
How you
slowly
feeling?
piecing things together with Versa. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, oh, I mean, if I think what I think it is, oh damn, okay.
How you
Jesus
feeling
Christ.
about it going into Act 2? Like, are you loving it?
Oh yeah, of course, 100%.
Yeah.
You know, it's just everything is slowly melding, like molding together and stuff. Essentially, they're going to give you the answers you've been seeking.
Yep.
I'm loving it so far. It's
Just
just
wait.
I'm a stubborn asshole and want to play on the highest difficulty because I did think about it. I'm like, should I put this back to normal difficulty? I said, nah, I want to beat this game because of bragging rights. That's all I want to do. And so far, listen, I beat Runrar's ass already. Even with the second phase, it was easy, man. Like, get out of here with that. So as I keep playing the game, I'm just getting better with parries. I'm getting better pectos, and at this point, I'm going to be overly OP and stuff. And of course, my manager's also, hagging me on, completing the game and stuff. And I told her, hey, listen, I'm at the Paintress. Just give me a couple more days, okay?
You're
That's all
getting
I
close,
got.
man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, I've been playing that. Hopefully to finish it this weekend. I'm hoping for that. But other than that, I think that's the only game that I'm playing because I want to get that out of the way and then play and take a break from RPGs for a bit to focus on the games that are not RPGs. That takes 20 to 30 hours to beat. So I want to focus on those, and then once I'm done, then I'll hop back into some more RPGs again and stuff. So
You know
but
what's
yeah,
funny?
that's
You mentioned Expedition 33. I was gonna play that the other day, and I mentioned this before. I don't know if it's my ROG Ally X or if this was always the case, but for whatever reason, no matter what, when it tries to install or even download something from Steam, it takes forever. And I thought it was maybe my ROG Ally X, but then I tried something from like the Epic Game Store and the Xbox Store, and it's instant. Like it'll take the maximum bandwidth it can get, and I have no clue what it is. So Expedition 33, there was an update a while back, like I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something like that, maybe a little bit longer than that. And I finally decided to go ahead because I hadn't turned on my RG Ally X in a long time. I went ahead and went to install it. It's saying like 2 hours to install like a 3 GB update or something like that. I'm like, why is it taking 2 hours for a 3 GB update? Mind you, this is installed into the NVMe drive that's in the ROG Ally X. So
Not the SD.
yeah, exactly. So it's not an SD card issue. Originally, I thought it was an SD card issue, but it's not. But here's the thing too, when it comes to that, when I downloaded Death Stranding, it downloaded quick. So I don't know what is going on with my ROG Ally X. All I know that whatever it's happening is it's like getting me mad. Like I'm very annoyed at this. And I'm at the point where in my head, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just go back to console gaming. Like, I'm tired of this. I'll rather just remote play from my PS5. That's part of the reason why you've seen me been playing Final Fantasy 16 on the PS5 is that my RG Ally X has just been getting me very angry, and I'm just getting very annoyed with it. So that's kind of where I've been at. So yeah, I've been playing Final Fantasy 16. I got to the part where you fought. I don't know if I mentioned this last podcast. I don't think so because I think this
No,
was
I don't
after
think
that.
so.
I got to the part where you fight Barnabas, and
Okay.
he like slashes the water, the ocean or whatever.
Yeah.
In Odin, and when I got there,
Okay.
like kind of spoilers, I guess spoiler alert. I think that was like they showed that in the trailer one time. But anyway, spoiler alert if you don't want to hear what's going on here, fast forward because I know you two both beat it. But I was kind of getting mad because it's like, man, this is lame. Like you just whooped me like in a cutscene right before. I did a couple side quests. I come back now. I'm fighting you to rescue Jill, and you're like, oh, whoa, it seems you've gotten stronger in such a short time. But there's no way, unless you're like Goku or Saiyan with Zenkai boost. Like, there's no way, Clive went from being like destroyed to now beating them. And I thought I was gonna have to beat him in the fight, but no, you get destroyed again. So so I was kind of happy there. I was like, okay, cool, I lost again. So like now I'm happy that that I lost because now for story purposes it makes better sense. Because I would have gotten mad if you won that next time, because then I would have felt like that was plot armor, right? Like you just automatically got this boost in power, and now you can fight him. So but yeah, it's kind of cool. So now I got Shiva's powers, and I was messing around with Shiva and trying to see if I was gonna mess around like what icons I'm using. But I think I'm gonna just stick to my main icons, which is Phoenix, Garuda, and Bahamut. Like that's all I've been using. And I tried mixing it up. Like I did Shiva, Bahamut, and Titan. I don't know how I feel about Titan. I think I might just stick to my normal. Like, I like Shiva's
Dude,
movement.
Shiva's awesome. Shiva's a
Yeah,
really good power.
the movement I like a lot. It's just I guess I'm just so used to like Phoenix's the circle move, the when you press the circle button where he like teleports and does that. I'm so used to that. But we'll see. I haven't played in a bit because I've been in this nostalgia kick again. I've been playing my Metroid Pocket 5, playing some games on there. A little bit of Bomberman Hero, and on PlayStation, I went and decided to. I had like a coupon. They were giving like they gave me like was it 40% to do a month of PlayStation Plus since I hadn't had PlayStation Plus in like over a year. So I went and took it to do a month in there. The main reason I did it is, and I think this is misleading. On the PS app, it showed Visions of Mana and it showed the PlayStation Plus. I was like, oh, cool. Like it's part of PlayStation Premium or Extra, whatever it might be. So I'll sign up and play some Visions of Mana before it ends. Uh, I go ahead, sign up for it, go to Visions of Mana, and guess what? It's just a trial. It's not even the game. It's a trial. I'm like, come on, man. It could have said trial. And it doesn't say that. It just says sign up for PlayStation Plus to play. It doesn't say it's a trial. It doesn't say anything like that. That kind of got me upset. I was like, great. But what I did went and played was Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. The game is probably not the best game ever, but as a kid, I remember I loved
It's
it.
nostalgic.
It is. Yeah, I played it on PS1 and on PC. And I really wanted to play it again. I saw it. I was like, you know what? Let me play this. and I forgot how hard that game was. Because as a kid, I don't think it was hard. I beat the game. I went all the way through and beat
Frozen
it with
bud.
no problem. Oh, looks like did I
Oh,
freeze?
now you're back.
Oh,
You're breaking up.
Damn.
I'm. It looks like it's a Discord thing because I'm according to OBS, it's fine. Am I breaking up still?
No, now you're good.
Okay,
I lost
gotcha.
you though when you were talking about Star Wars.
But
Okay.
both Brian and I lost you.
Okay, yeah, it seems to be a Discord thing because I was looking at OBS and that seemed to be working, or maybe not because I'm getting encoder overload on OBS. Why? I have a 5070. Like, who knows? I just updated OBS, so that's having its own issues there. Anyways, going back to Star Wars. So yeah, as a kid, I remember beating it and then replaying that. Now I'm just like, man, it's kind of hard. I had to use some save states because you kind of lose health pretty quick. The
Oh man, you're still
blocking,
breaking up really
I'm
bad.
still breaking up. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm getting encoder overload here for some reason. Oh man. Yeah,
Maybe try
OBS.
leaving Discord and going back in or something.
No, it might be my GPU. Don't tell me my GPU is like failing or something. Yeah, because I'm getting encoder overload and OBS is also
Not.
freezing. Is it the same thing? You guys see me? Let me see something.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm gonna shut off my camera, see what happens. Okay. Yeah, it might. I wonder if something to do with my GPU. That's interesting. Give me 1 second. Let me see something. I apologize. This is gonna be maybe Brian, you can edit this off on the
I can.
on this part. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. This is what happens when we didn't use it for we didn't use or we didn't stream all last week. I didn't do a stream. Yeah, it's crazy. My GPU's at 67% utilization.
And you're not even playing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'd be upset if my GPU is failing, honestly.
Me too. Shit.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and turn on camera. Let's see if it does it again. All right. Hopefully we're good. Okay. I think we should possibly be good. I hope.
Hope so.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is I did something with the fans. I was trying to see if I can control the curves of my fans, but I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. Hopefully not. But anyways, going back to Star Wars, yeah, it's a pretty. It's not a great game. I'll tell you that. Like, if you wanted to go ahead and play it because you think it's awesome, it's not. I'm playing it for the sake of nostalgia, and like the camera angle is kind of weird because it stays locked on you and it moves in like all these different like weird
It's like
rotations.
top down. It's like a bird's eye.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just like an awkward movement, but overall, I'm having fun with that. It's a nice nostalgia kick. The other game that I wanted to start up also was Legend of Dragoon. For whatever reason, I have that. That first area after you run away with Lavitz and I forget what the girl's name is. The girl you had to
It's been
rescue.
forever since I've played that.
So, oh yeah, sorry, a little bit off topic, but yeah, I'm getting like crazy GPU spikes. It just went to 100% out of nowhere, and then it went back down. So I think it's something to do with my GPU, which is not cool. Yeah, that is not cool. Anyways, going back to that, yeah, it's like this. It's the forest level that you escaped into when like the soldiers are chasing you. I don't know. That song is just nostalgic, and it's been in my head like all day for whatever reason. But yeah, that's the game I want to go into. All right, we're gonna go ahead and
real quick about Star Wars. I just wanted to mention that something that I really liked about that game when I was a kid was that like you could just like murder all the innocent like Gungans or whatever. Like you could just like kill all the civilians and stuff. I just thought that was like so ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that is funny. I've been destroying all the droids. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into the smaller news. I'm gonna try to read this quick because I'm getting multiple spikes in 100% utilization for some reason. I don't know why.
Can you like restart your computer and then come back?
I would have to stop the whole like stream and everything to do that. So I'm gonna try to go and do as much as
cut off your video maybe.
I could cut off my video, I guess. We'll see what happens. If I start freezing again,
Okay.
let me know, and then I'll cut off the video,
Okay.
and then we'll just do the rest of the podcast without video.
Okay.
Cool. Starting off with our first small news. AOL is shutting down after 30 years. Yes, it's not technically gaming news, but I thought it's something that I wanted to mention because I remember as a kid, the way to access like online back then was using AOL, right? You had AOL dial up. And specifically, this is AOL dial up that's ending on September 30th. And I used to go ahead and I remember go to like Cartoon Network's website and they had like these Dragon Ball Z like flash games that I would play.
Mm.
What and there was one that was an RPG that was so cool. And I remember I used to play that nonstop. Because it was like you had like you choose like your party and you're flying around Namek and you fight all these like soldiers and you level up. It was kind of one of the coolest things. The only downside was like and your progress never saves, so every time you play you had to start from scratch. Uh, but I thought it was just kind of interesting and something to mention since it is kind of part of like our childhood and I'm sure I don't know
It's like a
about
Dreamcast.
yeah, exactly. Like it was a big part. Interesting times. More simpler times, I like to say.
Right.
But yeah, there's that. Nintendo did have the Indie Direct, and I kind of like breezed through it. I think the only thing worth mentioning was Mina the Hollower, right?
Mm.
It is the first Nintendo Switch game that's 120 FPS, which is interesting. There is a demo out, and you can go ahead and play it and try it out at 120 FPS, which is pretty neat. But outside of that, it didn't seem that interesting to me, so I wasn't really gonna mention any games. Was there anything that you guys wanted to mention from that direct that caught your eye at all?
Ball Pit.
Ball Pit?
Yeah, that looked really cool. It's like a breakout kind of looking thing, and
Mm-hmm.
oh, that looked kind of interesting. But the indie directs are they are what they are. It's not the what we really want. So,
Yeah.
but that looked kind of interesting, and it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but certainly wasn't something to write home about either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. Chibi Robo is coming to NSO GameCube on August 21st. I'm excited for that. I've never played the game. I've heard good things about it. It looks pretty fun. And yeah, I'm excited for this to come too. More excited about this than Mario Strikers because again, this is a game that I've never played and people hype it up a lot. I
Mm.
know like there was a 3DS version. 3DS version wasn't well received. They said it was kind of boring, but this seems up my alley. And I was watching the trailer. I was like, yeah, this is kind of like the fun times of gaming where they had it. It's different. Like it was a different time where they took more chances. I think where nowadays it's kind of like I feel like everything's safe, and that annoys me. To an extent, I guess.
I
Contraband.
just want them to bring Eternal Darkness, man. That's all I want.
Let's hope so. Who owns that? Or the studio's no longer in business,
Yeah,
right?
that was Silicon Knights, and they were defunct a long time ago after
Yeah.
they made that 2 Human game.
Does Nintendo have the rights to it though, or
I don't
no?
know.
I wonder if because if Nintendo has the rights, I'm sure they're allowed to do it.
You'd think.
Because if that's the thing about like video games is, and I think that's the major issue why we don't have so many like older games appearing like on like modern platforms is that depending on what studio makes it and then who has the license to that. If a studio shutters, then where does that license go? Is it just gone? Right? Unless the publisher holds the license. It's kind of like a weird mix thing. And if a giant publisher never has that license kind of just like I guess goes away unless you have to go through some legal hoops to try to get that license back, which
I'm
kind of
pretty sure
sucks.
Nintendo published Eternal Darkness. Like, I'm
Did
pretty
they?
sure they were the publisher of that game, so you'd think they would still be able to release it on the NSO. I mean, to be honest, that's actually not even my optimal way for them.
Mhm.
I'd like them to release it in a form I could own. That would be ideal. Like if like a remaster, like if we were doing a Nintendo Direct stream and they announced a Eternal Darkness remaster, I'd probably like Hulk smash through my basement with like excitedness because that game is just so incredible to me and so special. And
Yeah.
I'll take an NSO release just because there literally is no other way to play it right now. But if they could find some way to remaster that game, I would be, oh my God, I'd be so excited.
Contraband is canceled. So that was a first party Xbox game. And of course, with all the Microsoft layoffs, This was one of them that really wasn't mentioned, but there is official confirmation now that Contraband is canceled. Overdose, though, is still happening. For those who don't remember what an
Mm,
overdose is, that is a Kojima
Kojima.
game that looks like it's still being worked on. So that's going to be interesting. It is being funded by Xbox. So that was one that people were also thinking that they got canceled because a lot of Xbox funded games just kind of were like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. So, but yeah,
Just a quick
Overdose is
side
still
note.
happening.
I was listening to a podcast the other day, and like I think about like a game like Sea of Thieves. Do you think that game would be made in 2025? Like it ended up being pretty successful, but like
Hmm.
I wonder if that game, had it have been made
hmm
5, 7 years later, if that would have just gotten the axe like Perfect Dark, the new Perfect Dark game did. I bet it would.
Yeah, I think so as well. Especially under Microsoft. Like
Yeah.
Microsoft, unfortunately, they lost their way. They definitely lost their way, and they're not what they used to be in the 360 era or even the Xbox One era. Because there's some pretty decent games. Like Quantum Break was pretty cool. Like I really enjoyed that game. I thought it was pretty neat. Just this is one thing I wanted to mention. So we do a lot of Green Man Gaming affiliate links. So like if you're on our Discord or if you look on our YouTube description, we put the Green Man Gaming links there. And anytime you purchase something by clicking on those links, and even if it's not the game that's there, but any game that like once you click on that link and you go to like a different game, it does help out the channel. Which helps supports it so I can get like, more like handhelds or games to play or whatever the case might be. But Green Man Gaming is now creating a charity bundle. They're basically trying to compete with Humble Bundle, where they'll have these bundles that will, where the money will go to charities. But you can do it through Green Man Gaming. And I think that's pretty cool because I do a lot of Green Man Gaming. I mean, we all do because they have some crazy discounts on there. You can get brand new games like 20% off, which is nice, especially when games are $70 now. It is nice to see that you can save pretty big on Green Man Gaming. They are also changing the way they do like this email system. Like they're kind of going through like a huge overhaul, and existing customers are now getting a coupon that's going to be emailed to them. This is going to be a pretty big discount. They did say that that will be emailed next week. So definitely keep an eye on your inbox for that. I don't know. They didn't say how much that coupon would be, but I am curious to see how that coupon would work if it stacks with existing coupons. Because imagine if I don't know, Lost Solo Side is 20% off, right? And then you get a coupon of 20% that stacks. So to get Lost Solo Side 40% off, like that'd be awesome. But sometimes coupons don't work that way. But we'll see how that goes. But they are kind of revamping the website, and I highly recommend buying from them because, of course, they're not sponsoring this podcast or anything like that. But they are a good way to get cheap PC games. And it's not like CD keys. These are like official keys. They are from developers. Green Man Gaming also typically when you buy from them, their mission statement is they kind of like plant a tree anytime you buy, which is why they're called Green Man Gaming. So
Oh, I didn't know
pretty cool.
that.
So yeah, yeah,
That makes me feel better about buying from them.
yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like cool what they got going on there. Um, Capcom is having a 90-minute panel at NYCC, New York Comic Con. I don't think they're going to announce anything gaming. I feel like it's going to be something like a new
Really?
Resident Evil movie, maybe Devil May Cry season 2. Um, what else?
Come on, they're gonna announce a game, James. They're gonna
No,
announce the new Phoenix Wright game for Ash.
no.
You're
Maybe
funny.
a Phoenix Wright movie, like, or
Hey,
something. Or I
Well,
mean,
Phoenix Wright movie part 2 because they
I guess
technically
there
did
is a
release
movie.
one in the
Well,
past.
like
Yeah.
it would be a Phoenix Wright movie, but it's gonna be American made. So like it'd be a totally different
Oh
one.
hell no, no.
No,
I don't know if you guys
you
saw the one made by Japanese people. That's the one I want.
you
Okay.
can get one that has Tom Cruise being the lawyer, right? Saying you
No,
can't handle the
don't care.
truth, right?
I don't care even if freaking Tom Holland is Phoenix Wright, which that would not fit, but you get what I mean. No.
I think
I
Like,
Tom
remember
Hardy should be Phoenix Wright.
Tom Hardy, and that would be
Sure.
you'll start beating.
listen. We got our own ace term. We call that it's a show called Suits. Apparently, people are binging that show like it's crack. So leave. We have our Suits. Japan got their ace turn. Let's just keep them separate.
Yeah, I don't think for 90 minutes, I don't know if they would do anything gaming related, especially at Comic Con. I mean, it's possible, right? It is possible, but go back to like your memory banks, right? Like Has there ever been any major game news announced at any Comic-Con? Like, I can't think of one.
Can't recall anything. I've been wanting to go
It's
for
time.
a good while though.
Yeah.
I can say this much. Not huge gaming news, but I'm pretty sure Toy Animation was at New York Comic Con for 1 year to announce something. Oh, actually, now I remember. Okay.
Oh, that was for
I think it
Daima,
was one,
wasn't it?
yeah, it was for Daimas, but it's
Yeah.
not video game related, of course. But I'm not going to throw out the possibility that a huge video game announcement may happen over there, right?
No, I could see more like a Mega Man anime or a Mega Man movie, right? Animated movie, like kind of like Super Mario Bros, right? Or something like
Yeah.
that. Them partnering with like Disney or like Pixar, or I guess Disney and Pixar same. Disney Universal or something like that. I can see that happening more than anything else. I don't see anything else like, I don't know. I don't see a game announcement. What's up, geek? Welcome to the
Geek.
podcast, man. Marvel Rivals? No, I mean that's not Capcom, but like I mean Marvel versus Capcom, I guess would have been nice, right? Like that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool, but Marvel Telecon's
That
coming
I mean that
out.
will fit too. New York Comic Con, Capcom, Marvel versus Capcom, right? Like, that kind of
Yes,
fits.
I see what you mean. It would be interesting to see.
But yeah,
if
we
they
have
decide to announce a new one, and hopefully they don't f up this one this time, because last one was Infinite. That didn't go too well, and later on it did age a bit better, especially on the PC side, because we had Maximilian collaborating with some modders to like add some cool graphics mods to it to make it more like it's Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I think they just want to focus on more of Telecom first. I mean, Arc Systems.
Yeah, that's what I was
mainly,
gonna
of
say.
course.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think Marvel would like two fighting games like appearing at the same time, and that makes zero sense in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, essentially. I mean,
I can see.
yeah.
I can see something like Onimusha, a movie starring Tom Cruise as the Last Samurai, right?
Hilarious.
Like, we can have that take, right? And then we can have, like I said, Ace Attorney starring, Tom Cruise, right, as the lawyer, right? Monster Hunter, the movie,
I don't even think
where
Tom Cruise
Bryant
will
is a
want to
special guest
play.
there.
I don't think Tom Cruise would even want to play as a lawyer in Ace Attorney, because there's no stunts. He wants to do stunts.
He was a lawyer before, though. See,
Yeah, in real life. I mean,
not in real life. I'm talking about
yeah,
in the movie. This is Jerry
You
Maguire.
Can't Handle the Truth.
Yeah, Jerry Maguire.
What
Yeah.
was that? No, he wasn't. He wasn't a lawyer in Jerry Maguire. He was an agent. He was a lawyer in
What was the one in?
well, I can't think of it. The one with Jack Nicholson, where he says you can't handle the truth.
Yeah, that was where that line, the "You can't handle the truth" line, got so popular. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah,
that
what
one
movie
now.
was that? I'm gonna look it up.
Fair.
Yeah, now I'm trying to think. I thought it was Jerry Maguire, but you're right. It's not that.
Oh. Jerry Maguire, Show Me the Money.
Oh, that's what you're right.
Few Good Men.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'll definitely be keeping my eye out on that. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a Marvel, a Mega Man animated like series. Like, did you guys watch the episode of Secret Level with Mega Man?
No, I didn't.
No, not yet.
Highly recommend it. What's a shame is the shortest episode of Secret Level, but it's probably, in my opinion, it's the best episode. And that Mega Man episode overall was just amazing. And I would not mind a animated series of Mega Man like that. So
that last animated series that was pretty bad. I heard, wasn't it like a Battle Network one or something? It was pretty bad.
No, it was the one on Capcom, Cartoon Network.
Was it called? What was it called? Do you remember?
I don't.
It wasn't
remember.
Powered Up.
Powered Up, I think it is. Yeah, no, Powered Up is the. No, isn't that
PSP
the
game?
PSP game? Yeah. But it sounds similar to that. I forgot what that one is. Yeah, that one was not the best. My kids watched it, but it wasn't the best. I remember watching it. I'm just kind of like, this is not cool. Because Battle Network was the tie-in, the anime.
Fully charged.
There you go. Powered Up, same thing, right?
That was close.
Geek says both of those were good movies. There, you just watch. Yeah, the old '90s one was great with the super fighting robot song. Yeah, that was amazing. And then that one episode when X comes in. And Vile, they come from the future.
Oh, are we talking about the original Mega Man animated series?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that show when I was a kid. Like I thought I was a robot. Like
Yeah.
I watched it. I was so into Mega Man. I would like put my hand on a kid's arm at school, and I would be like, "Oh, you're an artist now. I can draw." Like I'd steal their power or whatever.
That's
And
cool.
it's
Yeah,
just
our thing was
that kind
always
of
like
stuff.
you get the napkin like roll, and then you just put your hand through it, and then you can kind
Yeah,
of like
100%.
yeah.
Buster. Yep.
Yep,
Yeah, I love that
exactly.
show.
Oh man, it's crazy because I think Capcom also like posted somewhere that Mega Man is still one of their most valuable franchises.
They don't
In
show
terms
it.
of overall, so yeah, and they don't like they haven't done anything Mega Man related. So I would like a new Mega Man game. They need to fix the X story because X8 left on such a cliffhanger.
Oh, did it?
And yeah, you never beat Mega Man X8?
No.
No,
7 was trash, like
7 was
complete
really bad.
utter garbage
Yeah.
trash. 8 was better, but it still wasn't anything past X4 I haven't been into, like period. I mean
Uh,
X8 was like okay, I guess, but like I didn't like 5, 6, or 7 at all.
five was good in my opinion, and it was very centric to
Was
the
that the one with the
story.
Guns N' Roses bosses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's 5.
Ridiculous.
But like it's very crucial to the story because playing 5, you hear about the Zero virus, right? Which you find out, in Mega Man Zero, they speak more about the Zero virus because that kind of has like everything to do with it. But 8 leaves at a cliffhanger because it's leaving you at the point where you're starting to realize where it's going and how it's connecting to Mega Man Zero. Because we know like Mega Man Zero is
Hmm.
very like
In the
post-apocalyptic.
future. Yeah.
Exactly. And that was tying it into Zero, which had everybody like hyped up, like, oh, cool, we're finally gonna be able to see these wars where I forgot what they're called in Mega Man Zero. They're not called fairies, right? I forgot what they're called. Or
It sounds
like
are they Navies? No, Navies is
no.
Battle
Navi's is
Network
Battle Network,
probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Shoot. Now I'm
Fairies
trying
sounds right.
cyber elves. That's what they are. Cyber
Cyber
elves.
Elves. Yep, you're right.
Yeah,
Yep.
so you're gonna hear about the like creation of cyber elves and all that stuff. So that got me excited, but then it just ends. And Mega Man 8 has I think 3 endings, and one of the endings was the one that's like was great about like Zero. I don't know if you guys want to hear about the spoiler, but like what like that ending explains everything. It shows like what Zero's role is and what's going to happen with Zero, and then also Axel's role and what's kind of messed up about Axel's role too. So very very
Hmm.
interesting stuff there. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what Capcom announces as NYCC. This next bit of small news, I'm sure Ash probably saw it. If not, I'm sure he'll be excited for it if he doesn't know about this. But it seems that we know what the new Tales of Remaster is. And it seems it might be Tales of Xillia because there
Thank
was a
God.
post
Yeah.
by, I believe it was Bandai Namco Europe, was it? Right? Or was it like Australia or something?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was happening. So
Yeah, it was
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
yeah, bro. I am fully disconnected from like social media. I'm almost
Oh,
fully
good for you.
disconnected. Yeah, I'm only on Instagram sharing memes for friends. That's it.
Okay.
Well, it was a post, or something, or a video or something like that that got posted up, and
It was a
in the
thumbnail.
thumbnail, yeah, it shows Tales of Xillia, remastered. So it seems like that seems to be the next game that's being worked on. Which I mean, I liked Xillia. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I wish I played Xillia too because I know like my brother really liked it. He said it was better than the first game. But I enjoyed Xillia. I thought it was pretty cool where you get to choose between Jude and I forget what the girl's name is.
Mila.
Mila. Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
And had 2 different main characters, and the story kind of plays out a little bit different depending on the main character, which is pretty neat. That and like Jude was an interesting character because he's like a healer character. He's a medic, but he fights with his
Yeah,
fists.
it's the funniest combination I
Yeah.
ever seen because one of the most OP characters in the game is Jude. If you
Yep.
pair him with a shallow friend, which I forgot her name already, but what's cool is that with Lillian orbs, which that's pretty much the main mechanic of the game, you can actually pair. Depending on who's in your party, you can pair with anybody and do like cool combination combos and stuff on enemies and stuff. So it definitely brings a lot of like variety when it comes to like mechanics and everything, and I highly recommend for anybody who has an interest of Xillia when this comes out, buy it. Get it on Switch 2, get it on PC, get it on any platform. It is a fantastic game, and I'm glad that Xillia is finally getting out of the PS3 jail. I'm really happy. So
Yeah. Geek says that Zillia, it was good, but not his favorite in the series. But he enjoyed it, and he says his favorite still might be Destiny. Which one is Destiny? I'm trying to remember who's the main
Was that
character.
PlayStation?
yeah, Destiny's way before Xillia, but yeah, it's on PlayStation.
Who's the main character there?
I forgot his name actually.
How does he look? Like describe it.
I think he has blonde hair. I'm not too sure. I have to double check.
That's a lot of characters.
Yeah,
he's the one with the longer hair. Is it like Strauss? Is it him or Strauss or something like that? I think is his name.
Yes,
longer blonde hair. Because there's
because
the
like
first
from
one?
What I remember, there was actually Tales of Destiny DLC in Xillia where you can have Mila dressed up as somebody from Destiny, and then actually from Destiny, and that was it. Meanwhile with Jude, he gets to dress up as Crest from Tales of Fantasia.
Oh, Stan.
Fantasia. So.
Yeah, his name's Stan. Yeah,
Stan. Yeah.
I don't know.
Got it.
I don't know where it got Strauss from. Is that a made up character? I probably made up that name or something like that.
Well, I mean, you're getting close, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
The best Tales game is easily Tales of Zestiria. I joke.
I liked Zestiria.
I heard that one's kind of panned.
Zestiria,
I like the combat. The combat was kind of cool. The fusion between
the combat was a bit of an issue, because the thing is that how the level scaling was for enemies. If you wanted to have like a fighting chance against an enemy, you had to armatize with a
armatize.
I forgot that you have to armatize to beat them and stuff, because before that, you have your individual characters doing their own thing, doing their own combos, such and such. But with Zestiria, you were forced to armatize, which, I mean, I have fun armatizing, of course, but there were certain characters where you couldn't just do that, you know? I wish that it was more balanced to where, I mean, if you want to armatize, you can, but if you don't want to, you want to do their individual combos, you can. And within the game, each character has their own full-fledged combos you can do with them, just like any other Tales game. It's more built for you to armatize, essentially. So
yeah,
that's one of the biggest complaints that people have with it. And plus, there's like there's some certain bait and switches that happen with certain characters. For example, when the game was coming out, a lot of people were thinking that Alicia was going to be one of the main characters in the game.
Yeah,
but when you actually go into it, after you the first 5 hours, you see her leaving for a good while, and that's when Rose comes in and replaces Alicia and stuff. And they try to make up for it with the DLC. Where the main heroines is actually Rose and Alicia and stuff. So, but yeah, Zestiria was great, but I feel like Berseria definitely filled out those molds that Zestiria should have did, if anything. So Berseria is definitely a way better game compared to Zestiria. So.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I never got to finish it, but I did like I thought the bait and switch was pretty interesting, because like you said, you thought that she was gonna be the second like main protagonist, and it ends up or like on your team at least, and it ends up being, I forgot what you said the other girl's name was, but
Rose.
her, and they're the two that can what's the ability called? Armatize?
Armatize. Yeah,
armatize. They're the only two that can do that.
It's when a human is able to fuse themselves with in Zestiria they have a different name, but in Berseria they call them mollusk per se. There are different terminologies between depending on which one you play, because Berseria is a prequel to Zestiria. So terminology will change over time and stuff. And the cool thing about the Zestiria is that this Zestiria will leave you with a whole bunch of questions to be answered by the end of the game, and Berseria is there to answer all those questions that you had and stuff. So that's why I like I like the pair. Zestiria will not be as good if Berseria wasn't there, you know. So, but yeah, that's my whole take.
What's your favorite Tales game?
My favorite Tales game?
Yeah.
So since I haven't, because like I know your brother's gonna be like a bit disappointed, I have not played Xillia 2 yet. I already have the game like in my library, but my favorite so far has to be Xillia 1. I just love that game so much.
Okay.
And so I know some people may be surprised. Well, what about Tales of Arise? Here's the thing about Arise. Arise has a good story. I feel like there's certain pacing where it kind of overstays welcome per se. And the thing is, I feel like a lot of people are gravitating towards Arise because that's the only game that's on that didn't go by the tradition on using the Tails engine. It went straight up using the Unreal Engine 4 engine, which that's not a bad choice, but that's the only game that has like the best graphics in the game and stuff.
Yeah,
and has cool skits and everything and stuff. It's just when it comes to story beats and certain characters, it's just that doesn't match up to like previous Tales characters and stuff. Like heck, a lot of people will praise Tales of Vesperia, especially. I mean, hey, graphically it doesn't look that great, but heck, the story and the stuff like the morals and principles that comes into play and how these characters develop does way better compared to Tales of Arise, 100%. So, but yeah, because I know a lot of people were expecting. I know some people were expecting me to think Horizon is the best one because it's the best looking, but graphics is not always the key factor when it comes to a good game, right? I still love the Tales of Exile to this very day, and the close second probably going to be Vesperia, and then third will be Tales of Symphonia.
Yeah. Geek says he liked Arise and he agrees with you, Ash. So the pacing issue, especially in the second act. He said he needed one more character too. He felt it needed one more character too.
Oh, don't let me get started on the fact that they just threw out a random epilogue DLC for Arise. That wasn't needed. That was not needed. Like when they announced that, I was just scratching my head throughout the entire trailer. Like I was like, that wasn't needed at all. I thought we had a nice bow by the end of the game, but they're like, nah, let's build this a bit more.
Also
and you know what? $15 more, $15 for the DLC. I'm like, no.
But we also know that Sword Art Online is canon in that universe too. So
that's actually funny. and what's even more funny is that if you play the voices in Arise, Bryce Papenburg, I can't pronounce his name, but Bryce, he voices as the
Kirito.
I forgot his name, but
Kirito. The main character.
Yeah, I know Kirito, but he also voices as one of the party.
Oh yeah,
so I'm just like
who does
interested.
The punching. Yeah.
So I'm interested. I'm interested to see if him and Kirito ever interact with each other. I don't think they did honestly, but I don't know. I never played the DLC for that, and it was overpriced too. I think they were charging $20 for that.
Yeah,
which I never bought.
Yeah.
So,
Brian, do you have a favorite Tales game?
I really got into Tales of Berseria. I like that one a lot. The funny thing is I really enjoyed it, but then I went through it twice and I stopped at the exact same place twice. But I really liked it. I just, got sidetracked, but it's so funny. I stopped at the same place twice in a row, but one day maybe I'll get back to it.
For me, I gotta say it's hard, but I really love Grace's combat system. I think it's still one of the best. Like Arise is kind of like Arise and even like Xillia took kind of from Grace's and kind of like evolved that. I still think it has the best combat system though. But story wise, probably Abyss. Like I really like Tales of Abyss's story as well. I thought that was pretty unique. The world in Abyss is pretty cool. Just everything about Abyss is actually really good. It's hard. It's got to be between Abyss and Grace's F. Like, for me for sure. I would say Grace's, but I never played Grace's on Wii, so I don't know like what other, things that Grace's F improved on. But I never played that one. Yeah.
I like how you mentioned story sometimes in these games because especially Vesperia. I feel like Vesperia, it really it was really known for like how to deal with certain politics within that world, and then like if the justice system won't do justice for certain characters and stuff. Yuri, the main protagonist for the game, is like probably one of my favorites because he's a type of dude that like does his own thing for the most part. He wants
his Did you ever watch the movie? That's his prequel story.
I never touched the movie. I never watched it.
Yeah, there's a movie that's a prequel story that explains why he left the Knights. I forgot what they were called, but why he left the Knights. And it was a pretty good movie because it's kind of justified on why he left. And it's basically because they don't, like you said, justice. Like they don't really carry out justice. It's justice depending on who's in charge.
They really tackle those issues really, really well. And I just heavily praise Vesperia for that, man. It's just, man, it's so much meat in that game. You just take a bite and all the juices comes out and you just want to keep eating it, man. It's great. I love it. It's the best burger you ever had. But yeah. All right, go off. Let's go off to the next bit before we like keep talking.
Yeah.
Before we
Geek
turn to
says
a Tales
he hasn't
podcast.
played That's all the ones he hasn't played. Okay, so you haven't played Abyss. I guess the ones we mentioned. Plus, he hasn't played Tales of Hearts. You know what's funny about Hearts is I emulated that years ago on using a DS emulator, like when it was only available on DS, and when it came out in Japan, because it was Japan only, there was two versions of the DS cartridge. You have one that had the anime like cutscenes, and one that had 3D like CG cutscenes. The CG ones look horrible. Like I would not recommend that one at all. But I played the anime one, and then of course on the Vita, Tales of Hearts R came out, which we got that. Fun fact is we got Tales of Hearts R, but we didn't get. I think it was Tales of shoot. Which one was it? The Tales of game that has to do with the white hair. He wears like purple.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot
we
the name
didn't get
too.
that remake because they remade that. I
Yeah.
believe that one was also like a PS1 or maybe PS2. Maybe that was on PS2, but they remade that one as well, and we never got that one over here.
I feel like the biggest robbery that we ever had in Tales history is when the Tales of Symphonia got remastered from based off the PS2 version of the game.
Yeah.
We could have had the remaster of the GameCube version of the game.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Another more evidence that the GameCube was more powerful because people seem to forget that the GameCube was more powerful than the PS2.
Oh yeah,
What helped the PS2 was the disc, right? A DVD disc can hold more information. So, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the main topic of the day. So basically, when I was talking about my games that I've been playing, and I said there was a game that I've been playing, but we're going to talk about later on, and this game I've been playing again, and I really, really forgot how good that game was and how much I enjoy this game. This game originally came out on 2008 for the PSP. It was a game that was very unexpected for a lot of people, but the way they did this game and how they mix it together is very unique and cool. And the game I'm talking about, of course, is Dissidia Final Fantasy. It is a game that is a fighting game, but also an RPG. And the way they did the combat, I thought was very, very unique. And they give you options. And specifically, I'm talking about Dissidia Dual Decim Final Fantasy or Dissidia 012 Final Fantasy, right? Which was kind of like an upgraded version of the 2008 release. That one released, I believe, in 2011, if I remember correctly, where they kind of improved some stuff and they added kind of DLC stories where you get to play as Lightning, Tifa, Kane, Laguna, Yuna, and Vaughn, right? So you get to play as those characters, and they have a kind of like their own story before you get to play as the original, I guess you would say the original 10 protagonists of the game. But anyways, going into the combat, it was pretty cool. Like the combat is you have your brave attacks and then you have your, I forget what the other attacks are called, but your HP attacks. And what you do is pressing circle does your brave attack. And depending on what you press, like it's kind of like Smash, where if you press circle, normally it has one attack. You press up in circle or towards the character in circle, it has a different attack. And if you press back in circle, it has a different attack. While you're in the air, so if you're jumping, same thing. If you press circle, it has one attack. Up in circle has a different attack. Down in circle has a different attack. And then you have your HP attacks. With your brave attacks, you want to build up that number. As you attack, that number builds up. And then once you usually, depending on your fighting style, right? If you get enough of that number to basically one-shot the enemy, you will see the number like go in blue. And then you can do an HP attack. Similar to brave attacks, if you press square, it's one attack, squared up, a different attack, squared down, different attack. And of course, when you jump or are in the air, you have totally different attacks. You have a homing in system where if you go ahead and press like R and triangle, you can kind of like, I forget what they call it, like you dash towards the enemy. And then there's a bunch of different abilities that you unlock as you level up, because when you level up, your stats boost up, but you also get AP. And each level, you get different abilities, and you can equip those abilities depending on how much AP your character has, which allows you to customize your character. So instead of having to press, let's say, like R in triangle, you can have it so that if you press triangle, you automatically zoom in. You can have it so that if you're wall running, if you press triangle, you zoom in on an enemy and so forth. This game, I don't know, like maybe I don't think it's nostalgia because I'm replaying it, and it is really, really cool and very unique in the way it presented itself. You would think it's repetitive because you originally only had like 10 characters plus 10 enemies, but with this one they added an extra what, like 7, 8, like maybe an extra 7 or 8 characters to it. But what you do is you fight these mannequins where basically, other characters and they're the enemies. So you're fighting these guys like quite often and you're grinding and fighting them. But there's different difficulty spikes. You have like rare enemies there that are like really high level that make it very hard. You have some enemies there that have like a specific kind of gimmick that's going on where it might be like, oh, it's one hit, right? They either hit you once and you're dead, or you hit them once and they're dead. But they might have something that like blocks them that prevents you from having to hit them like right away. So you have to like find a way around it. And I've been enjoying this, but the main question that I have, and the main thing I'm wondering is, would anybody buy a new Dissidia game if it were to come out in this format? Because there was Dissidia Final Fantasy NT, which came out in 2015. Later on, it was available on PS4, and that one did not do well. I played it, and I thought the game was trash. Like, it wasn't nowhere near as like OG Dissidia. So I'm asking you guys. Well, first of all, have you guys played Dissidia at all? Final Fantasy.
I tried playing it.
Mhm.
Dissidia NT, I think that was available on PC and it was
It
for free.
was.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I wanted to try it out, but the game was so poorly freaking unoptimized. I was like, damn.
It's not that good. Yeah.
Like, yeah, so I'm just like, crap. Okay, I mean, I guess I'll just wait until I get a better PC and try to run it or something like that. And since then, I haven't really tried to go back to it and play it and stuff. But
I wouldn't.
yeah, you
You
wouldn't. But
no.
yeah, but I'm assuming the city originated from PSP, right? Can I just
Correct.
emulate that then?
Yeah. I mean,
Fair.
fortunately, that's really the only way to play it. This
Yeah.
is a game that I thought Sony would bring when they were doing PSP games on PS5, which I don't think they've done a PSP game on PS5 in a while. Or maybe no, I think they did like Jack and Dexter recently. Or maybe it was Ratchet and Clank, one or the two. I think they did that recently. But
I think they did like Secret Agent Clank and like the
yeah.
Daxter game maybe or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe I could be wrong, but it sounds right.
But yeah, this is a game that I think, like, if I was Sony, I would tell Square, like, hey, put this on there because I'm sure a lot of people would play it and have that online. Because there was, well, I don't know if it was online or ad hoc. I gotta look in it, but there was like a multiplayer component where you can fight each other too, which is kind of cool. But yeah, go ahead, Ash.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying that I would give it a shot
Hmm.
if they're willing to do like a open beta test for Dissidia or something like that for a new one or something like that.
Hmm.
But then again, that will take some planning and budgeting to do. I'm worried that they may not even go through with it, mainly because Square Enix is more they want to see huge profit margins for their IPs and stuff, and with this the city on the table, um I would say I'm gonna say it's probably like a 50-50
Hmm.
for them to greenlight like a new Dissidia game and stuff. I would want to I would want them to do it regardless because I really wanted to actually fully experience Dissidia. But
Yeah.
if all I need to do is emulate the game, or better yet, why not just do a remaster of it? Is that the NT? Was that what NT was supposed to be? Was a remaster of the original
No.
Dissidia game?
So NT was a true sequel, but they added different mechanics. There was a three versus three mechanic, and I'm trying to remember. I don't think like not every character was there, but you did get up to like 15. So you had Noctis in there. They did add Noctis. They eventually added other characters like Ramza's in there.
Tifa got
Um
added.
who?
Tifa.
Yeah, well, yeah, Tifa was there, which was also in Duodecim as well. Um, but yeah, they added like Tifa. They added shoot, the guy from Type Zero. I think his name's Ace or Typo, whatever it's pronounced. I believe his name is Ace. They added him in there, and some other characters they added in there. But like
Okay.
it had different mechanics. It was 3v3. It just the maps weren't as cool looking. The music was great, but that's about it.
Okay. So if anything, at that point, I would say if I was like thinking how Square Enix thinks when it comes to like making profit off of this,
Mhm.
I would see them try to do like a remaster for the original Dissidia, since that's the way more popular game compared to NT, of
Yeah.
course. So So I want to have them do a remaster of them, so that remaster of that game to see how well it does. So that way they can test the waters and everything. And once they see that's doing well, then they'll probably do another shot on like making another Dissidia game that's like completely different at that point. Because I think with them they're way more cautious on like what's the next project that they need to do and everything. And if they want to make if you want to test the waters, or this is not just a Square Enix thing, that's probably like most publishers these days. They want to throw out a remaster and see how the consumers respond to that.
Yeah.
And then if it's good enough, then they're like, okay, bet let's do like a sequel or something like that, you know.
So the new characters they added for NT is Locke from Final Fantasy 6,
6.
Renoa from Final Fantasy 8. From Final Fantasy 11 is Kam. I don't know how to pronounce it. Kam like Lunu, whatever. He was one of the main.
From what game?
From Final Fantasy 11. He was one of the main villains in like the Rise of I think it's the Rise of Zillarart expansion in Final Fantasy 11. Vayne Solidor, which was the main bad guy in Final Fantasy 12, which was funny because the bad guy that represented Final Fantasy 12 was Gabranth. But if you ever play Final Fantasy 12, you know Gabranth's story. From Final Fantasy 13, they added Snow. Then they added Final Fantasy 14 characters because 14, when Dissidia Duodecim came out, 14 wasn't a thing. They added Ishtola and Xenos. And then 15, they added Noctis and Arden. And then, of course, like I mentioned, Tactics, they added Ramza and then Type 0 Ace. So they added those characters to Dissidia NT. Brian, did you play Dissidia Final Fantasy?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the one on PSP. What was it called? Not the second one, like the better one.
Yeah, Duodecim Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy Duodecim. Yeah.
I remember I really enjoyed that, and I played the heck out of it. And then kind of like you, I got the PS4 version, and I was very underwhelmed by it. I don't know if it was just like it was too much or something. Like I just couldn't get into it. But I did like Duodecim a lot. There's really no reason why you just wouldn't bring that forward and remaster it.
Yeah.
Especially with how popular Final Fantasy is. I mean, remastered or maybe just like remake it and add like some 16, like add Clive into it and a couple other characters or whatever, and really, put some shine on it or whatever. And you could have something really special. And I'm sure it wouldn't cost them that much to do. And Final Fantasy is a big enough franchise where they are going to make money just because it says Final Fantasy on it. Yeah. You'd figure they'd want to do something with it because it is really good. And like you said, that the one on PS4 I didn't like either. And I guess they're gun shy because the PS4 one wasn't well received. But again, I don't think that's because of the fact of what it is or that it's Final Fantasy. It's because the game wasn't great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to see it. I'd be all over it if they ever did something with the property again. But I think right now they're probably really focused Final Fantasy wise on finishing 7, the 7 trilogy, as it were, and maybe the 9 remake one day, maybe Final Fantasy 13 trilogy, which to this day it just blows my mind that the only place you can play that is Xbox and PC. You can't play it on anything past that on PlayStation, PlayStation 3. So yeah, we'll have to see if that ever comes to fruition. But yeah, I always am down for new Final Fantasy property to come out.
Yeah, I think a remake would be pretty. Not even a remake. Like you can do, I don't know, like a hybrid, right? Like you remake the premise of like Duodecim Final Fantasy, but you add to it, right? Add Noctis, but then we can add Clive, and you can add. Would the main villain be a spoiler? Like
of what?
So? Of
16?
Yeah. I mean, you could
add
you find out like early in that game.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
You could add any of the icons. You could have Benedicta in there. You could have Barnabas. You could have all of them. Like that. Those would all be really cool characters to play as. Honestly.
Yeah, like if they decided to add more than just one protagonist and one villain, that'd be even better. Like I don't see why not do that. But I feel like if they just followed the formula that was made in the original, like Duodecim Final Fantasy, and then do how in Duodecim they have like the world map, so you can walk around the world map and you kind of go through. You find these spirits. There's like chests there. You break these things. There's gates, and then when you go in the gates, that's where you get like that board game look, where there's like different spaces you move, and then the enemies are in different spots, and then you use I forgot what they call. They're like chain attacks where you press square, and then you have like cross chain, which allows you to do a basically attack anybody that's like within an X on the map, and then you kind of do like a chain, because for each chain you get KP, which is Kupo points, and then you can use that like in the Mog store to buy like different upgrades or different like costumes and stuff like that. So I honestly think like if they did some type of hybrid of a remake, but of course expand on that and add like current Final Fantasy characters, I think it would do a great job, because it's a good fighting game. It's a good RPG fighting game, and it's still unique where it's not a Smash clone, right? Like I feel that a lot of people, or a lot of developers rather, they try to copy the Smash formula where, like, you have PlayStation All Stars, you have like the DC, I forget what the DC game is now, the fighting DC game that was like Smash, but you had that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But like the City of Final Fantasy was like, okay, yeah, it's taking the Smash, not formula, but the premise of Smash, where it's like it's a I don't know, what would you say, like, not, I don't want to say a celebration of all these characters, but it's like a, what's the right word I'm looking for? I guess a gathering of all them.
Homage.
Yeah, like homage for all these characters, and you put them all together where they meet and interact with each other, but the fighting style is totally different and very unique in its own way. I thought it was pretty cool, like everything going on in it.
Amalgamation. That's the word you're looking for.
Yes, and I cannot pronounce that word, so I'm gonna just say whatever you said. Yes, um, but like honestly, I would love for it to come back. I'm playing it, like I said, on my Retro Pocket 5. I think it's amazing. I would love it to come on PS5 so I can, support it on there. I would buy it on PS5, and also if it had trophy support, that would be kind of cool too. Maybe that would be my first platinum if it came out like today. Or
Wait, you've never gotten a platinum before in any game?
no platinum. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No platinum?
I've never gotten any platinum.
No platinum?
Wow.
The closest I got was Mass Effect 2.
Damn,
I'm at like,
even Persona 5, and not even Persona 5, that's the platinum.
no, I didn't.
Well, Persona 5's platinums is a real bear, but Royal's platinum is a lot more gettable.
Yeah, you're right.
I just like I was the type, like, once I beat the game, move to the next game, right? Like I said, Mass Effect 2, I was looking at my trophy list the other day, and Mass Effect 2 is the closest I've been. I think I'm like 98%, and the trophy I need is to beat it at the hardest difficulty. I was like, I am not replaying this game on the hardest difficulty. So that is a no from me. I wonder on Xbox,
I think
if I've gotten all the
that'd be a good
achievements on
stream to watch you get your first platinum. Like you could do like Astrobot or something. That'd be rad.
Yeah, I've been playing Astrobot every now and then, on and off. That would be cool. One day I'll get a platinum. We'll see. I'll get a game that only needs like one trophy to get a platinum. That's what I need. But yeah, I'm glad to see that at least you guys would be willing to do it. Ash, I highly recommend playing Dissidia. Like, get it on your Steam Deck, play it. I think you will enjoy that game a lot.
I think I would too. Is there like a story to it that I can play?
There is. It is a story. So there's
cool.
a story mode, where, because the premise is like you have Cosmos, and Chaos, right? And they're basically having this war. So what they do is they summon the Final Fantasy characters to like fight for them.
That's funny.
But it's kind of neat because like Dual Decim's story, right? The beginning story is like a prequel story. Talks about how these warriors got summoned, and I don't want to spoil it, but like it shows like the early part of the war. So you'll see like different characters. Some characters who are good are actually on the bad guys' side, and vice versa. So like you kind of see like a good mix. It's an interesting look at how it goes. And then once you beat the Dual Decim story, then you go into the story of the original Dissidia Final Fantasy, where that one takes place with the first 10 main characters and then the first 10 villains, and then they're going against each other. But it's a pretty cool story. You play as each character in the story. You level up. You have equipment. You equip equipment to them. So there's different stats. different abilities, different summons, and each summon has different abilities as well. So like you'll want to equip them depending on how you see fit. There's like different upgrade paths for like your accessories, where you get certain things you trade it in. There's a shop there where you win gil. It's like RPG by nature, but the story
Oh,
is pretty
really? That's
cool.
nice.
The story's
Okay.
cool. The main storylines are fully voice acted by the original cast. So like
Oh,
you'll have
okay,
like
good.
lightning, and then of course you have like Laguna for the first time having a voice, Squall
Oh,
having
for
a
real? That's great.
voice.
That's great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that then.
The
Cool.
enemies too, like Kefka, has a voice, and Kefka's like probably what you would expect him to be in terms of voice acting.
Of course. Yeah.
Uh, you have what's his name? Shoot, main bad guy from Final Fantasy 1. Uh,
Frick,
Garland.
frick, frick. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Garland. Yeah,
Yep. That
yeah.
was when you first heard Christopher Sabat as Garland. Um,
I forgot he did that.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he also reprised that role in Stranger in Paradise.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, for in the
He
beginning
was
where you fight Garland.
Oh, so the voice changed because I know the voice for Jack was different, right?
Yeah, Jack's voice is different, but when you fight
Yeah.
Garland himself, it's
That's
Christopher
interesting.
Sabat, which is kind of cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
But
That
yeah,
makes sense.
it's I like I said, I highly recommend it. There is a nice story, and it's casual. Like what the way I'm playing is I'll play, go through. You can save it at any time as long as you're not in battle, of course. But you can save it at any time. You just save it and move on. Like I might do one area, clear that real quick, and move on to the next area. Each character plays totally different because they have different abilities. So like I like Vaughn, where he has the license ability, right? In the original Final Fantasy 12, you can basically choose whatever weapon you want. So his gimmick is he can use whatever weapon he wants. So he has different fighting techniques, like an attack with a katana would be different. He has a crossbow and so forth. Versus somebody like Lightning. Lightning would have the what is it called?
She has like a gunblade thing.
She has the
Yeah, she has
gunblade,
a
but what is
yeah.
it called when you switch like styles? I forget what they call it.
There's Ravager, there's Commando.
The
Yeah.
Paradigm.
Paradigm shift. Yeah,
paradigm
or
shift.
yeah.
Paradigm shift. Jesus,
So
yeah.
she has that where you can switch from, Commando to like
That's
Ravager
actually funny.
to
So
Medic.
they essentially brought their mechanics from their own game into Dissidia.
Yep, exactly.
That's actually funny. So imagine if you brought the icons from 16 to bro, they would be so overpowered.
That would actually be
For no
pretty cool.
reason.
Like I can imagine
Yeah.
Clive doing that. Like Clive can
But
have a mixture because you would set your attacks. So he can have an attack where he's using, I don't know, like Titan's Fist, and then he can have one where he's using like the orbs that you do with Bahamut. I mean, Clive actually would be pretty
I mean,
overpowered.
it worked.
very
It worked out
versatile.
for Tekken. I mean, knowing
That's true.
Clive, that dude would easily overpower anybody in the Tekken universe. But they made it work.
Mhm.
They nerfed him somehow. So
Yeah.
if they can do that for Tekken, they can certainly do that for the Dissidia. Why not?
Yeah.
So
No, I hope Square Enix sees this and sees that there is love for Dissidia Final Fantasy, because yeah, I would love another one. Fun fact
Yep.
right here. Dissidia NT only sold 105,000 copies.
Wow, that's nothing.
and
Yep.
this is what I was talking about. See, Square Enix is hella. I mean, not just them. A lot of publishers are really squeamish. That word. That word. When it comes to like sales and stuff. So I'm really thinking that more than likely they're going to try to do a remaster of the original Dissidia or from PSP
Mhm.
because it makes the most sense. I'm pretty sure they got a lot more sales compared to NT, so they want to test the waters with that first. And once that's done, then they can be like, okay, we can learn from the original Dissidia. Let's try to improve upon it into the new Dissidia game that we're going to release this with. So that's the biggest thing they have to like decide on is what to do next with Dissidia. And from my eyes, I feel like the best logical step for them when it comes to making the most profit is to do a remaster for the original Dissidia game. So
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see what the sales were for the PSP version, but like it says like early sales data. It doesn't say like lifetime sales, but it like was it doesn't even say if it's like a year or whatever. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say how long. Or wait, looks like as of 2009, you're looking at one. give or take like 1.5 million, and that's like within a year.
Yeah.
So
9-day difference.
Yeah.
9-day difference, as you can see. So yeah, I won't be surprised if Square Enix decides to be like, all right, let's do a remaster for this and put it on every platform and hopefully on the Switch too, because that'd be a good spot to play it, honestly. And then if they revitalize the online multiplayer mechanic and you play on a Switch, shoot, man, don't get me started, man. That'd be great. So yeah, I feel like that'll be their next step.
The
next
music in
step,
that game is also really good. It's remixed like Final Fantasy tracks. So like I would highly recommend, like, once you start playing the game, you're gonna fall in love because the music is good. Except for 13. Final Fantasy 13 is the only one, in Final Fantasy 12. There are only 2 games that didn't get any remixes because I guess they were just already like good quality enough. But all the other songs got remixed. Like Blue Fields got a nice remix where on the world map. Laguna's theme, the man with the machine gun, got a nice remix.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
I always love that theme. So every time I go to Laguna side, and that's the only parts I'm like waiting for, bro. That's all I gotta say. That the game should have been about Laguna. That's all I care. You know.
I mean, technically, it kind of is part of it.
Yeah, you're
Part of
right.
the game is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the podcast. So we have, like last time, we do have a mini game to play, and that is What's That OST Mini, where we go ahead and guess basically video game soundtracks. And what I'm gonna do is I will go ahead and kind of go in, because we've done this twice, I think. This is gonna be
This
our
is our
second
time.
Okay, so I will actually upload probably these as shorts, do like different games. So you might see multiple uploads of me doing these just so I can add it, because I think this is something that's, short material. So definitely keep an eye on that. It'll probably be per song. I won't do like, the whole segment, but yeah, keep an eye on that for sure. All right, Bryant, whenever you're ready.
Oh shoot.
Okay.
I forgot we had to do this. Hold on a second. All right. Minimize. There we go.
No, you don't have to minimize. I actually have it. Do you guys see my VLC window right now?
Oh, I see what you did. Okay, I see what.
I see it.
Yeah, so we're good with that.
Yeah. I gotta figure out, how do I change? Oh, I want grid view. There we go. No way it does that automatically. There we go.
I see what you did. You just rename the thing. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I also saw you edited the tracks too. I saw you did that.
Yeah. All right. Whenever you're ready, Bryant.
All right, here we go. So it's gonna work the same thing as last time. If you raise your hand and you get it wrong, you're out. Next question. So you gotta make sure you feel good about your guess. And again, it's gonna be 1 point for the game, another point for the context of the song, and that'll be my decision if you get it close enough. So Here we go. Here's track 1. James.
Super Mario World. That is the Inside the Cave. I don't know what the name of the song is.
That's close enough. Vanilla Dome.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I definitely forgot about that one. Jesus. Okay.
All right. Next one. This is gonna be I got 12 tracks, so this is number 2.
It's definitely Super Nintendo. Sounds familiar too.
That's a really good track. Jesus.
Yeah. Nothing?
No,
that would
nothing.
be Super Castlevania 4 Stage 2.
Man.
Such a great soundtrack in that game.
I don't remember that song too. I played Super Castlevania for the first time when the Castlevania collection came out.
It's so good.
On Switch.
God, I want to go boot it up right now. It's such a good game. All right.
It is a good game.
Here's number 3. James.
That is Mega Man Legends. I forgot what the name of the town is, but it's
that is not fair, man. I don't play Mega Man Legends.
You're missing out. You gotta. That's another game that should be on your list. Is play Mega Man Legends. I would say play Mega Man 64 because it has better graphics.
One on PC that I can get?
No, there isn't. It's only through emulation as well. But play Mega Man 64 because it has better graphics. It has worse sound quality, but I think it's good enough. It just looks so much better than the PlayStation version.
At that point, is it on the Dreamcast?
No. It was PS1.
Damn.
And so you have Mega Man Legends, which was PS1, and then Mega Man 64 was the same game, just on N64.
The reason why I asked that question is because when the original Spider-Man game came out, it had three versions. It had the N64, PS1, and Dreamcast version. The Dreamcast version was the best one because it was the best one because it had the best audio, sound quality, and it had all the extra cutscenes and stuff. That's why I had asked that. So.
Well, bringing it even closer to home, Capcom released the Resident Evil 2 and 3 on Dreamcast.
They did.
It was like the best version.
Yeah, they did. Well, I know they did Nemesis for sure. Maybe they did too. Yeah. I don't remember, but I know for sure they did 3 Nemesis.
Right.
So I would assume they did too.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So, did you have a guess at the track? You got 1 point for the game. Do you want to try to name the track?
I have no clue. I just know it's the first town.
Okay. It's called the Apple Market.
Yes.
So that's 1 point for James.
That's funny because I have this song. I used it on a video.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I could have searched it, but I'm being, ethical here.
I appreciate that. Okay. Next one. James.
Ocarina of Time. That's the Forest Temple.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Zelda dude either.
You're not?
I'm not a big one. Yeah.
Did you beat Ocarina of Time at least?
I tried it, but I just couldn't get into it like that. I don't know.
Man. Play the 3DS version. Play the 3DS version. Like, that's another one.
All right. Next. Ash.
That's that. Okay. Yeah, that's from the Legend of Zelda on the NES. Yeah.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
It's not?
Nope.
It's from Legend of Zelda 2, Link's or The Adventures of Link. Yeah.
Yeah, Zelda 2 Adventures of Link. That's correct.
That's ridiculous. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, I now think it back. The notes were
because once it goes past that part, so it has the same notes, but then continue playing it changes. It has a different theme.
Oh yeah, I see it. Jesus.
Yeah, totally different one.
All right, come on, Ash. I know we got one for you here, buddy.
All right,
it was close.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I know.
Oof. Oh God, damn! Hold on.
I know, it's so familiar.
Oh, that hurts.
Replay it. Can you replay it? I've heard this before. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh man.
That's familiar for some odd reason. I feel like I'm listening to an old version of a remastered version of that makes sense.
Man.
What the hell?
Can you do it one more time? Because it's I can
oh my God,
picture
seriously?
it. Yes. Oh man. I know I've heard this before.
I'm focusing, Lulu. Goddamn.
All right, that's all you get.
Okay.
Give up?
No. Oh man.
I'm raising my white flag. I'm raising my.
All right.
Because it sounds familiar, but I just can't pin the game. So. Yeah.
I'm calling it, James. Deal with it. The name is the game is called Star Fox. It's the mode select screen from Star Fox.
I knew it. Okay. I knew
Can't
that sounded
believe it.
familiar.
I can't believe I
Jesus.
couldn't think about that. Like it sounded familiar, and I was thinking of an RPG for some reason.
Yeah, I remember many a day spending playing Star Fox and like being idle on that screen. And Star Fox was a very special game to me. And I, for some reason, that whenever you started the game, you know how there's that opening where it shows them like flying through the hangar,
Yeah.
and it's like emergency,
Yeah.
da 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 da. And like that part always freaked me out. I always like leave the room when that part happened. I don't know why it scared me, but it just did. But anyway. Okay, here's the next one. Ash.
Okay. Based on that music, I know this it has to be. And I couldn't pinpoint pinpoint on which one, funny enough. But I'm just gonna go in a shot in the dark. Is this from Banjo and Kazooie?
Yeah, it's Banjo Kazooie, but it's not Banjo and Kazooie. But I give that to you. That's fine. That's fine, Ash. But yeah, do you have any idea the name of the title? If you get the title wrong, it's fine. You're not out of the next round. So if you just want to guess the title, go ahead.
Wait, what happened?
You know how I said at the beginning that if like you guess wrong, or if you raise your hand, you guess wrong, you're out the next song. You got the name of the title right, so you're in for the next song. So if you wanted to guess at the title, you can.
Oh, so I only got 1 point for that, right?
Yeah, correct. But if you want to guess for the title, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm gonna swing it to James and see if he knows.
Yeah, for the title, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't get this one. No, not me.
Okay, James, any idea?
Nah, I didn't
Okay,
play
it's Rusty Bucket Bay.
Like that.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, it's a. Damn it! Yeah, it's been a while.
Rusty Bucket Bay. All right, here we go. Here's the next one. What?
Yeah. It was like, especially with those kind of instruments back in the day. That's definitely a rare game. So.
Absolutely, 100%. All right, next one. Wait, let's make sure that.
No, yeah,
yeah. Okay, here, next one. Ash was first.
Shoot! Dang it! I know it's from a Pokemon game, but I don't know which one. I forgot. Crap. Let me go back. Okay. Shoot. This is not great. Okay. What's the one with the Kanto region? Crap. Oh no, this is okay.
You're gonna Expedition 33 yourself all over again, like last time. Remember when
Don't say that, man. Don't say that. You're gonna give James a hint next time. Okay. Freaking. I know this is a Wait a minute. No, this is a trainer battle theme from a Pokemon game. But which Pokemon game? This has to be. I'm gonna do the shot in the dark with this one. Right.
You broke up. What'd you say?
Yeah, I didn't hear me.
This has to be from Pokemon Emerald.
No, afraid not.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
James.
It's Pokemon Silver. It's the Kanto trainer battle theme.
Incorrect.
What?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Did I at least get the title right? Is it the trainer battle theme?
Oh, it's the Fire Red and Leaf Green one.
No.
What? No, Pokemon Stadium. It's Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah, it's Pokemon Stadium. Yep.
Did I at least get a point for the trainer theme? At least.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That's fine.
Sweet. Okay. Because that instrumental was so different, which makes a lot of sense. I never played Stadium. That makes sense to me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pokemon Stadium. I like how as soon as those guitars kicked in, James was like, "Oh, it's Stadium."
Yeah, the minute I heard those extra instruments, I'm like, okay, that's not Game Boy.
That's not Game Boy. Nope. All right, guys. So far we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. So you definitely still have time to make up, Ash. So here we go. Next one.
Yeah.
Ash was slightly first.
Okay, the problem is I don't know the title of the song, but I know this is from Metroid, right?
No.
It's not? Damn,
No.
It's from
damn, okay.
It's from Super Metroid.
Yes.
Oh wow, Jesus, that's
It
the one I didn't play.
is.
Ugh,
I'm trying to
dang it.
remember which area it is.
That's the one I didn't freaking play,
It's
man. Jesus.
It's the best one, dude. You gotta get to, that's another one you gotta add to the list.
Yeah, I
yeah.
played all I played was Metroid Fusion, and that was it.
Oh, you're missing
Oh, dude,
out.
Super Metroid's so good.
is great. Oh man, it's Brent. Is it? No, it's not Lower Brent Star.
You know, I'll continue playing because Ash buzzed in, so we'll go to the end.
But I know where it's at, but I don't remember the name. It's not.
If you
Lower,
can, like just describe it, that's good enough.
The bass in that, Jesus Christ. Okay, all right.
It's in the place where I'm trying to I have a picture in my head. Like there's this it's right before where you fight the that green thing that that swings left and right. I forgot what the boss.
No, you're actually not correct.
That's not in that area?
after that. Yeah,
it's before you fight Craig.
It's
Craig,
it's called Norfair.
Norfair.
That's where you go after you beat Kraid. Is you go to Norfair.
Oh yeah, because okay, yeah.
Yep. All right, here we go. Next one.
Oh
wait. No.
Oh, James.
It's that was Street Fighter.
I knew it.
Oh man. It's Street.
Okay.
Oh man, it's not. It's the Street Fighter EX. Shoot.
Oh crap!
I'm trying to think which one it is.
If that's that game, then I might be.
No, I'm backtracking. It's Street Fighter Third Strike.
Do you have a track guess?
No, I don't know. Yeah, that one I don't know. I only remember Ken and the other dude's team, Alex.
Okay. So you're correct. That is Street Fighter Third Strike. Ash, do you want to try to go for the name of the stage?
Nah.
Okay. It's Chun-Li's stage in Street Fighter Third Strike.
Shoot.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
I almost said EX. I backtracked. I was like, wait a minute, no, that's not.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Another dope track. Where's
Thank you.
Jesus.
I have 2 guesses, but I don't want to use it as my official guesses.
Yeah, you don't want to because there's one song left.
Yeah. So I don't.
You're gonna keep it close to the chest.
Can I guess for no points?
Yeah, Ash, do you surrender on this track?
Yeah, I'm surrendering on this one because
this
might be a dope track. I don't know.
So tell me, I'm gonna do my guess number 1.
But this is for no points.
No points. Yeah, no points.
Okay. Okay.
Is it Harvest Moon?
Nope.
Okay. Guess number 2 is Pilot Wing 64.
Correct. Pilot Wing 64.
I knew it.
Explains that. Okay.
That was gonna be my first guess too, because I was listening to when you wrote in Discord that Pilot Wing 64 had dope tracks. I was listening to all of them. I was like, wait, I think that sounded like that, but it also sounded like a Harvest Moon track that I heard. So
I'm glad you thought that it was good too, Ash. At least because I'm you didn't know what it was, and even you thought it was good. So there you go.
Yeah,
Pilot Wings has some good music. When he mentioned that, I listened to every single version of Pilot Wings, and I added a bunch to my playlist. So yeah.
So the last one, I'm warning you, Ash, keep your finger on the trigger because I have a feeling that James is gonna jump on this like insanely quick. So just be aware. Right here, his last one.
Okay.
Legend of Dragoon, that's the battle theme.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
that's
one of the battle themes.
I'm not well versed in that game, so I will.
You haven't played that game yet?
I haven't. I only touched a little bit of it, but
you gotta play it. It's really good.
Yeah,
Ash, what I want you to do, Ash, is I want you to send me DM me later on Discord or something. Like, just send me
games you haven't
I don't
played?
know, 15 to like 25 games that you just like love, or just like they're kind of like in your neighborhood of stuff you play. Because I want to try to.
The problem is those games, or it's probably going to be games that James hasn't played yet. That's the problem.
That's fine.
Really?
Yeah, they're kind of more. They're kind of like more less known compared to the games you listed here per se. So that's the thing didn't want to do. Right. I don't want this whole thing to be one sided. For these tracks, these are tracks I should have known. Right. These are like more.
Okay. I just don't want you to feel like I'm picking bad tracks for you. That's all. I feel bad.
No. These aren't bad tracks. It's just memory stuff. That's all.
Okay, fair enough.
I think part of that
James,
too, like I dive deep into a lot of like the video game music too. Like that's what I listen to.
I do too. It's just when I deep dive into music, especially older video game music, it's more on the more obscure stuff. For example, if I would have told Brian to put on some Shin Megami Tensei stuff, you would never guess any of that music.
Wouldn't have.
100%.
No, I usually do like like on there's a radio like on YouTube called Nintendo Radio. So if you type in like Nintendo Radio, and then the guy also has a second channel called Video Game Radio. During COVID, I was working from home, and I would just have that in the background playing nonstop. So like it went through all different types of music, and that's how I kind of like started learning about songs that I've never even heard of, and started playing games that I never even thought I would like.
A pet peeve I have with me is that I want to first experience the music when I first start playing the game.
Yeah.
Right. That's a weird thing with me. And once I experience that said piece from the game, then I want to replay that same music on my phone or something like that. I don't know. It's a weird process for me.
For me, if it wasn't for that channel, I would never have took an interest of being even a little bit interested in Ace Attorney, because that was the first time I heard the objection theme. Not the first one, but the one that plays in the second. I think it's the second Phaneckswhy.
Oh, game? I know. Justice for All.
Yeah. Because they had like an orchestrated version of that song. I was like, oh, that is pretty dope. Like, where's the song from? And then I saw that. I was like, that's an Ace Attorney song. I was like, wait a minute, does Ace Attorney have good music? And then I went and looked into it. I was like, oh, snap! Like Ace Attorney has some really good music. That was the first time I heard that.
They're iconic. They're extremely iconic and stuff.
You know, I think I'm gonna do next. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. James, for you. Yeah, we'll recommend starting it soon, because like
I have it. I own it. I own the trilogy.
The third game will be your favorite.
Yeah.
And you're gonna ask yourself why they didn't end the series there. Because it's a perfect.
I think that one has the worst objection theme though.
Nah, no, it doesn't.
Yeah. I gotta reload. Maybe I might be confusing
better than the second one, honestly.
I gotta see. Is it the one that I used on? Do you remember when I did the Nitro Deck video, and I did like an objection thing in there, and I had a theme playing in the background? Is it that same one? Do you know?
I have to check that one.
Okay, I did it in another video recently. I did the objection, but I don't remember what video that was where I added that in there. Yeah, because that's the one I always use.
Was it orchestrator, or was it in like 8, or was it in 16-bit or something like that?
No, it was the DS version of Dual Destiny. Okay. It was the one that's in Dual Destiny where you have both Apollo Justice.
That's 3DS. That's 3DS.
Yeah. Okay, 3DS. Yeah.
Oh, so you're talking about Phoenix Wright's theme in Dual Destinies, right? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's actually 3 objection themes. There's one for Phoenix Wright, one for Apollo Justice, and one for Phoenix Lights. I don't know which one you used and stuff, but I feel like all 3 are good. I feel like Apollo Justice theme is the best one.
Let me find out which one it is. I have my computer right here.
Phoenix Wright's theme, that's actually the remastered version of the old objection theme back in the 3rd game, which is the best one.
Okay, so yeah, that is it. Yeah, that's gonna be the one. Yeah, it is. What's it called? Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Oh no, that's the sound effect. Whoops. What is this?
So my don't know if we're still
Phoenix
streaming
Wright
here, but
objection
my roommate's also a really huge fan of the Tale series, like I am, and he was telling me that the remaster is possibly coming on the 18th of August. Apparently,
it's gonna get shadow dropped. Are you sure that's just not the announcement?
me say, Tales of Series to
When is
debut
Gamescom?
on August. Actually showed. Oh, okay. They're going to announce something on the 18th.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
When is
I mean, if they
Gamescom?
shadow drop it, that'd be insane.
Okay.
But
And the thing was, they accidentally showed like some assets from Tales of Exalia from their page and stuff, which
yeah, that's what we were talking about, the thumbnail.
Yep.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Gamescom's on the 20th, so maybe they can announce it. I don't know about Shadow Drop. I don't think they would do that. But yeah, the track is from a it says Phaneckswhy Spirit of Justice 2016. And it just says Phaneckswhy
you
Objection.
use that one. Yeah, that one's after Dual Destinies. That's the latest one.
Okay.
Technically. Yeah. So here's the
Phoenix Wright
story
Steam.
with that particular objection theme. I would say it's not the best sounding one. It's still good to me, but you have to understand on how that theme was passed down to Phoenix Wright, because if you were to play the third game, that's where that theme originated from, and that wasn't his theme. Which we're gonna go to further spoilers, but the first 3 games first, and it's like everything will just like weave together at the end of the third game. And once you get into and then the fourth game will be Apollo Justice, which you're going to see Phoenix there, but we'll play a different role. And then in the 5th game in Dual Destinies, that's when that same theme comes back into it, which it will be passed on to Phoenix Wright. It's really poetic and how they did it, and I highly recommend just going through all the games first. And then with that, it will lead you to appreciate that theme a lot more.
I'll give it a try, hopefully sometime soon. What were you gonna say, Bryant?
I was gonna say, I think next week what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get video game sound effects. Get like 12 to 15 game sound effects, and I won't do it where you guys have to give context. I'll just do to make it a little easier. I'll just do name the game, and we'll just play it that way. That might be kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Sounds good. And Fan will be with us next week as well.
Yeah.
So that'd be more fun, more competition there.
Or we do trivia too. I can do that too.
Well, that brings us. What was that?
I was just saying, trivia is fine too.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. Yeah.
Well, that brings us to the end of the podcast. I do want to apologize for the beginning of the podcast. I don't know why I was getting GPU spikes. Yeah, I'm looking at my utilization and it kind of fixed itself. I don't know why it was doing that. Again, like usually when I update OBS, there's always like weird issues that I get. And I don't know why. Like again, I should not, with a 5070, I should not get any type of encoder overload at all. So I don't know why I got encoder overload. So I apologize for that. But anyways, hopefully next week it's better. Tomorrow we might have the group stream. I guess we got to talk about it and see what we're gonna do. Because Fan won't be joining us, I believe, again. So we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do for tomorrow. But if not, we'll have like a solo stream. I apologize. I'm not going to promise streams on Wednesday anymore, mainly because when it comes to that, it's kind of hard. Like Wednesday is that day where I can stream, but then if I want to pull out a video, I have to do some of the work on Wednesday, and I kind of have to find a good balance. So I'm not going to promise streams on Wednesday anymore because of that. But I will try to go ahead and work on that. Definitely keep an eye out because we will be going ahead and I'll be putting ahead a bunch of other videos. I got the Retro Pocket video coming soon, and hopefully sometime soon I can get the second screen so I can go ahead and try that out with the Retro Pocket 5 and see how that works. I also want to test it out on the ROG Ally X and stuff like that as well. And hopefully, I hope that I can kind of do maybe not a trade-in, but somehow get rid of my ROG Ally X for the ROG Xbox Ally X, because the ROG Ally X is getting me very, very angry, and it's just getting on my nerves. I don't know why it's like that.
James, you're going PlayStation centric. Just sell it and sell your PS5 and get a PS5 Pro, man. That's what you should do.
Well, no, that is on my list. My Christmas gift to myself is going to be the PS5 Pro. I kind of want to do it sooner rather than later because I feel with all these prices going up, one thing we didn't mention,
it's going to go up.
Nintendo Switch OLED prices went up to $399, right? And it's kind of like, why would you get a Switch OLED now for $400 when you can for $450 you can get a Switch 2? Like,
right?
It makes zero sense. But I do feel that even though Sony hasn't announced price increases, I do feel that it's coming sooner rather than later.
It's not going to get cheaper, James. We'll put you that way.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that, but I'm kind of like waiting also for GameStop to do a good trade-in deal, hopefully sooner rather than later, because I want to maximize also my trade-in amount so I don't have to pay as much. But no, I am planning to get the PS5 Pro. And then like I mentioned, I kind of want to get the Portal again since I've been doing a lot of remote play as well with PS5. I do kind of want to get the Portal and retest it to see how that experience is, if it's been improved. The cloud gaming thing, I think, is something that I was thinking about. I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind playing Legend of Dragoon through cloud because it's an older game. It should work good, technically speaking. I mean, maybe it might not work good. I don't know, but I've yet to test that out. But that's something that I've been really keeping an eye out on there. So yeah, I know I'm getting a little bit more PlayStation centric. But then when I see that, like, when I'm on PS5 and then Brian's not playing PS5, then I'm like, man, why do I have the PS5 then? No, just kidding.
You haven't
No,
seen my 85 hours in Death Stranding 2 on the beach? Oh my goodness.
I do see that. And I see you've been remote playing too, using
Yeah, all the time with my Steam Deck.
Yeah. I've been using the Chiaki for deck, and it works good. Sometimes it can have like stutters. Like the other day, and it might have been because I was downloading an update or I was downloading a game on the PS5. But I think I mentioned this on a couple podcasts ago. I was having really bad input delay where I could not even complete a level in Astrobot because the delay was really bad. Where if I jumped, it took maybe almost a second for the jump to actually happen. So I had to stop playing Astrobot. But then once the download finished, everything just kind of like fixed itself and it was working as normal.
Try Phaneckswhy, man. Just try it. Works great.
I thought about it, and I was reading the benefits, and I think one of them, they said that you have better stabilization, but you don't get the trackpad supports. Is that true?
I have trackpad. Or are you talking about like the trackpads on the Steam Deck, or are you talking about like the touchpad of the PS4
On the
controller?
the PS5 controller.
Yeah, I have touch on the PS5 controller.
Okay, 100%. So you can do that because I was gonna because I know Chiaki for deck it supports it. So like, again, playing Miles Morales, if you swipe up to get the neighborhood Spider-Man app, you can do that, or like Ghost of Tsushima, when you do like the little things by swiping the trackpad, you can go ahead and do that. So that was one of the things that I read. So maybe that's on me for relying on that Google AI summary as answers, because sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not.
Right. Yeah, I use it. I've used PX Play exclusively, and I mean, Death Stranding 2 on the beach uses the touchpad for various like menu-based stuff. I've never had problems. I mean, I don't think I've tried a game yet that has specific like directional touchpad input. Like, if you swipe to the left, you do this, swipe to the right, or whatever. But definitely taps 100% that it works great.
Okay. Yeah, the swiping thing is the thing. Yeah, because the tap, like I can press in on the trackpad and that worked fine. It was the swiping that never worked. But according to Chiaki for deck, it does support it. What's up?
I've been doing some streaming myself lately, not with PlayStation, but mainly
using Moonlight.
Yeah, man, it is a game changer. Because with that application, I was able to repurpose my old ass gaming laptop that I bought back in like 2017/2018 to be like a dedicated streaming machine for my Steam Deck. Now, do I stream every game to Steam Deck? No, I only stream select games that I know is gonna be a pain in the ass to install onto the Steam Deck. So I make it easier by just putting Windows on my laptop with no issues, and I just stream it straight from here to my Steam Deck. Now, the upgrade I'm planning on doing later on is because I did a lot of research on this laptop back then. That laptop also has a Thunderbolt 3 port. So with that, I can actually put a eGPU on it, which these days right now you can actually get a cheap eGPU dock for like around 130 to 150. And as for like the graphics card and power supply, I already got that in the closet not being used, so I can just like easily reuse that, repurpose it, make it as an eGPU, and possibly get more power off my laptop and run even more games on the Steam Deck. So I'm just having fun with streaming as of late, and it looks like it literally almost looks like that I'm running natively, which is great. So
have you tried? There's another. I forget what it's called, but there's another like streaming app that is replacing Moonlight. Since the NVIDIA streaming is not supported, I forgot what it's called. I'll have to research it and I'll probably write it in Discord. But there's another one that people are recommending to use that apparently is better, has more features, and it's being used today. I just don't remember what it's called, but they said it's better than Moonlight. I found it by, I forgot how I found it. I think I was looking up some remote play stuff and that popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah, definitely shoot me the forum or something like that where you found it, because I'm interested in that. So,
Yeah, no, definitely I'll do that.
yeah.
All right. Well, that brings the end. Like I mentioned, we will be back tomorrow, and yeah, keep an eye out for my Retroid Pocket 5 video that should be coming up soon. I do have a video on the GameCube controller and my thoughts on that. I will be having an update video on the Switch too. Let's just say I'm not like I'm kind of mixed on the Switch 2 right now going forward, but I will explain my thoughts in
I'm not
that
really
video.
feeling it.
Yes, that's exactly where I'm getting at. I'm feeling like Shulk in time skip era. So yes, that is it. But yeah, wait for my video for my thoughts on the Switch 2, and I'll go into more detail on that. It's a little bit more complicated than what you might think it is. But anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow over on Twitch if you're on Twitch, and vice versa, of course. Bryant, where can I catch you at?
At red_so_deep on Twitter/X.
What about you, Ash?
You can catch me at Astro on YouTube, and I'm also going to be uploading the Switch too, but it's more going to be more geared towards GameCube card stuff for the most part. I might make another Switch 2 video or after that, go over my overall thoughts about it as well.
Mhm.
So
Yes, game key cards. Oh man. But yeah, that is yeah. Anyways, yeah, whatever. As always, you can catch me right here at the random encounter. We will be back tomorrow, and yeah, going forward, I'll figure out what other day I might stream on. Since like I said, Wednesday, I don't think I'm gonna do Wednesday because that extra day to edit is actually a lot. It helps out a lot versus me doing everything in one day. So, anyways, thank you, Bryant. Thank you, Ash. We will catch you guys next time.